Together we stand, a family so strong, in unity of self-maze where we all belong. With love in our hearts, we share the same goal, to lift up each other and make our spirits whole. We gather as one with open.
Welcome to everyone here today and our friends online. It's so wonderful to be here at church this morning on this very interesting day. The weather like it is. We saw a rain cloud on the way in. I don't know whether it'll ever happen today, but it might be interesting. Well, I welcome everyone. I'm just going to tell you that the flowers today, they're beautiful.
Three sets of flowers.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Who else brought?
I brought the orchid, and that is Jeanne's. It's a gift from me for Jeanne.
Oh, okay.
Jeanne brought the peonies,
And they gave us
and Barbara Kelly brought the yellows. So we're all blessed with all kinds of colors.
That's awesome. Okay, nice. So we have all these wonderful beauties. All right then, we usually have a saying with you. Is there anyone here new for the first time? Oh, would you mind standing and telling us about yourself?
I will. My name is Joe Buttery, and I live here in Sun Lake.
Oh, good.
And I'm here because I've got a relative that comes to your church. He's my son-in-law,
Okay.
Mark Wins.
Oh, wonderful.
He was married to my daughter, Debbie.
Uh-huh.
And he and Debbie blessed me with one grandchild, Luke, who lives in Nebraska. And Debbie was taken by the Lord 3 years ago to heaven to be with him and Jesus. And thank you for having me here.
Well, thank you for being here. It's so wonderful to meet you. Right. We have a saying that we do for people who are new and also for ourselves. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you.
Thank you.
So, before the JaJas start singing, let me give you the order of service today. We have the opening prayer with Kay Davis.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Helen Davis.
Oh,
Opening prayer.
okay. And then we're having the Daily Word with Cindy today. I figured you were switching. Yes, I got it. I told Kate on the way in. I bet it's Cindy who's reading the Daily Word.
Everybody is playing someone else again this week.
So that gives you, and the meditation today is by Justine. She's back there. So let's go JaJas.
All right.
I think you guys know this song by Daniel Nahmod called Swing Wide the Doors. So join in. Hopefully the words are up on the screen. Yes, they are. I feel a little close to these flowers.
Okay. That's a good idea.
So you can see the words. How's that?
Really, you can put your hands together if you want.
Swing wide the doors to mankind. Sorry about that. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
We're going to redeem ourselves right here.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors.
Can we start that over, please? Sorry, I'm going to erase that. We don't hardly ever do that, so please allow us a little bit of grace. Please allow us a little bit of grace this morning. We're going to start over.
Julian, there will be editing today.
Yes, please. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Here we go. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Woo! Here we go. Here we go now. One more time. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smile. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about lending a hand. Swing wide doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I've learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. It's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Thank you so much. We needed you on that song and you delivered. God bless.
This morning, I'm going to share something with you from Prayers from the Heart of Silent Unity. And they consider this one of their classic unity prayers. and before it starts, they said, in this poem, Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore could be describing the sense of union and oneness with the divine to be found in the prayer consciousness that she and her husband Charles called the silence. So if you will now, please close your eyes and go to that same sense of silence. My love to thee. The hours I've spent with thee, dear Lord, are pearls of priceless worth to me. My soul, my being merge in sweet accord, in love for thee, in love for thee. Each hour a pearl, each pearl a prayer, binding thy presence close to me. I only know that thou art there, and I am lost in thee. Oh, glorious joys that thrill and bless. Oh, visions sweet of love divine. My soul its rapturous bliss can ill express, that thou art mine, O Lord, that thou art mine. Thank you, dear Lord, for sending Myrtle Fillmore as a way shower we can all admire. Amen. Amen. I read this for myself almost every day. I just love this poem.
Okay, the word is appreciation. I express my appreciation for my many blessings. It has been said that what I appreciate appreciates. The more I give thanks for what I have, the more blessings I will discover. Practicing gratitude in all circumstances helps me realize how abundantly blessed I am. When I remember all the good that God is, more good is revealed to me. Taking a breath, I give thanks for life. Opening my eyes, I give thanks for the clarity of spiritual vision. Listening deeply, I give thanks for divine wisdom. With each bite of food, every sip of water, I feel grateful for my body and physical senses. There is so much to appreciate, from the small everyday things to life's most grand events. Giving thanks with my whole heart brings me joy. I practice appreciation for all that I am, all that I have, and all that I do. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will tell all of your wonderful deeds. Psalm 9:1.
Song that we all know. And for meditation, I would like you to sing this song along with us as though it's your prayer this morning. Okay.
It's easy if you try.
taking those beautiful words that we just said together, saying together, and holding that sacred space, I invite you to go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or lower your gaze and just really settle into your chair, knowing that there's nowhere else you need to be right now. There's nothing else you need to be doing right now. And you're right where you're supposed to be. Take a moment to think of something in your life that you're trying to bring forward, or perhaps something that you would like to change. It could be improved health, relief from an illness, an increase in financial prosperity, or maybe it's the cultivation of a more harmonious relationship with a particular individual. Whatever comes to mind is the right and perfect thing. There's no need to second guess. Let's take the next few moments in silence to really home in on that feeling that you'll feel once this scenario is fully manifest in your life. Allow your mind to drift with the possibilities that are now available to you as a result of your co-creation with Spirit. Connect deeply to that inner knowing, that space within, and just give thanks. Recognize your role in the co-creation process. Know that all of our experiences were first created in thought. Commit to only seeing and thinking of this desired change or manifestation in its fully manifest state. Because in truth, with a capital T, truth, it already is. Have faith, a true knowing that it's already here and fully present. Smile, knowing that all is well, and see that there is only love and there is only God. And when you feel complete, bring your awareness back to your conscious mind fully. Take a deep breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This week we are talking about the law of circulation. Thank you. Said something else this morning. But Spirit wanted to go another way, so I had to change. So we're going to continue on with our conversation that we had last week. And this is going to be all continuing on about the law of circulation. Last week we focused primarily on the first half of the law, which was
The law of attraction.
well, we talked about the law of circulation, and there's two parts to it. There's giving, and then there's receiving. Last week we talked about yeah, you guys are awesome. people view prosperity as a transaction. You do the work and then you get paid. And the amount is settled. But the true abundance operates on a much higher law, which is more like the principle of overflow. The core of this philosophy, rooted deeply in ancient biblical teachings and practical success psychology, is that we cannot experience true wealth if we are constantly on the inside, living on the edge of scarcity, or merely doing the bare minimum. We become trapped in a cycle of stress and survival. And we get by, but we never really truly thrive. And when you're never really truly thriving, you have a certain type of language that you use all the time. When you're thriving, your language changes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So to break that cycle and manifest genuine prosperity, we have to flip our script. Instead of focusing on what we can get, we must focus on what we can give. So we'll explore the profound shift from a mindset of just enough to a life of more than enough. And it's about the power of over-delivering, whether through our careers, our resources, our daily interactions, and surprising the world with our value. When we stop trading hours for dollars and start intentionally giving more than we are paid for, we unlock the first half of true success. It transforms prosperity from a stressful pursuit into joyful, natural manifestation. So let's talk about some guidelines to power giving to jumpstart the law of circulation in your life. The first one is attach no strings to your gifts. So often when you receive a gift with a string attached to it, like, how did you like your gift? You know the person that gave it to you is just dying to receive validation for the gift. And that kind of sometimes irritate you when you don't hear back. It's really not a gift at all. So attach no strings to your gifts. Don't try to bargain or barter with God either, because that is attaching a string to your gift with God. Give your gift of your services, your time, or your money with no strings attached. Emerson once said, "Have the courage to withhold what you cannot give with a blessing." The second one, what is given in a grudging way blesses neither the giver nor the receiver. So as you give, you shall receive. How many of you have read the book The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist? Nobody. Oh, it's such a great book. She's a wonderful writer. I read her book many years ago, and one of the stories, well, first of all, I'll explain who she is. For 20 years, she served as the chief fundraising officer for the Hunger Project, an organization dedicated to ending world hunger and alleviating global poverty. She traveled to refugee camps in Ethiopia. She worked in Bangladesh and even collaborated directly with Mother Teresa.
Wow.
It was during this time that she noticed a striking paradox. The wealthy donors she met in the West often suffered from a deep sense of anxiety and scarcity about money, while the deeply impoverished communities she visited often exhibited a profound sense of community, sharing, and sufficiency. This contrast became the foundation for her book, The Soul of Money. And the other project that she was affiliated with as a fundraiser was the Pachamama Alliance in 1995 after a pivotal trip to the Amazon rainforest. She co-founded the Pachamama Alliance. She has spent decades raising money to help the indigenous people of the Amazon, specifically the Aikuar people of Ecuador. And I'm sure you heard a little bit about that. Yeah. So she helped them preserve their sacred lands, their culture, and biodiversity against corporate deforestation. In both roles, Lynn refused to use guilt or fear to raise money. Instead, she treated fundraising as a way to help people align their money with their soul's values, which is exactly what we are talking about today. One of the stories that she wrote has stayed with me for a long time, and I will never forget it. She said that one day when she was working for the Hunger Project, the corporation or the boss called her and said, you need to get on a plane today and go, I forget the city where this CEO was, to collect money. He called and said, I want to give money to this program. Well, she did her research, and she found out that this corporation that this CEO worked for did some dirty stuff. And it was obvious to her that he was giving a large sum of money so that it would help their look now in the media. So when she got to the place, she got on the elevator and rode up she went to the very top of the building. And she didn't feel good. She walked in there. He didn't even talk to her really. He just went into his desk drawer and he slid over a check. She didn't look at it, she just picked it up and she said thank you, and he just kind of brushed her off. And she rode down the elevator and felt sicker every floor that she went down. And she looked at the check, it was $500,000. Wow. When she got to the bottom, she got off the elevator, she turned right around and went back up. And she walked right into his office and slid that check over to him and said, I'm sorry, I cannot accept this money. It is not backed by your belief in our project, and I cannot accept it. And left. Well, that evening, she had to fly to Harlem. She had a meeting in Harlem, New York. Poorest of poor people. And she was late, and it was raining cats and dogs. And by the time she got into that meeting, they were waiting for her. And so she very clumsily walks into this building. It was a very poor building. It had water on the floor because it was leaking through the basement. And she had to stand there in front of these poor people and ask for money for the Hunger Project. So she did her usual spiel, and then there was dead silence in the room, and no one came forward to give. Until finally there was a woman in the very front row who stood up and reached out into her pocket purse, and she pulled out $38 and she put it in the basket, and she said, I want to tell you that this is money that I earned all week for washing people's clothes. It's all I have, but I want to give it to you because I believe in what you're doing. And she walked away and back to sit down. Pretty soon every single person in that room came forward and gave money, whatever they could, whatever they had, and gave it to Lynn. And she knew that that money was going to do far more because of the intention and the belief behind it than what that CEO money could do. So that's what I'm talking about today. When you're paying a bill and you're saying that electric company is really robbing us this month. What we link with our gift or payment becomes as real to our minds as something tangible in front of us. And it goes forth like an unseen messenger to represent us and to become identified with us. So unless we wish to attach lack, we should never stamp the thought of lack on any one of our disbursements. I want you to know that that man much later contacted Lynn, thanked her for the lesson. He quit soon after that day. He couldn't believe that she turned down that check, and it affected him profoundly. He did turn his life around, and he did become a huge donor and believer of the Hunger Project. They were later found working together on the same project.
Wow.
All right, number 3, about giving. I know there's a feeling of, I know that things always work out for me eventually, but the stress of waiting until the absolute last minute is killing me. I've heard stories of Edwene Gain. Many of you know New Thought Unity Minister, Edwene Gain. She used to wait till the very last minute. She'd go to the post or the mailbox and pull out a check, and it was the very day it was due. Lots of stories like that. So God answers our prayers even before we ask. But if we are having interruptions inside of us, we need to give more regularly to get our consciousness in tune with the law of circulation. You wish as I wish that God will continually give to us. Well, we must be about the Father's business. What's the Father's business? The Father's business is about giving, sharing, serving, loving. So let us be as regular in our giving as we wish God to be in giving to us. Number 4, how should we measure our giving? What standard shall we compare our gifts? Shall we give an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth? Or should we give full measure, heaped up, pressed down, and running over?
Yes.
Yes. Success operates on a spiritual law. Give more than you take. Whether it's your salary, your pension, your Social Security, look for ways to over-deliver. When you constantly exceed expectations and surprise others with your value, you unlock true joy. I saw it in you this morning, Kate, when you were talking to me. She's bubbling over with joy because she got an idea. That generosity is the exact foundation that manifests real prosperity in life. So what are some examples of surprising others with your value?
Showing up when they need something and they didn't ask you.
Oh yeah, showing up when somebody, you know there's a need. You do it. Bake a pie. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Give it to somebody.
Kate has shown up for me.
Kate has shown up for you?
Yes.
She's like, Even something as simple as picking up something or wiping up something wet so you know somebody's not going to fall or slip on it. Just
phone call.
make a phone call, especially to somebody that lives alone. Wouldn't that be sweet to just receive a surprise? Lydia?
Making a friend when nobody else wants to be their friend.
Oh yeah, that exceeds expectations. Love that.
Ask somebody to join you in a group that you've never
Yes.
seen before.
Ask someone to join you that has never joined you before in a group. Love that.
Send somebody a card.
Yeah, sending cards.
Sometimes for no reason, just issue a thank you note.
Yeah. Yeah, when we stop and take the time to send somebody a card, you know, you can feel the joy when they go down to get it or go to the mailbox. How about visiting someone that you know is sick and doesn't have a lot of visitors? So there's all sorts of ways for us to give at any stage of life. Your gift is unique. So let's now discuss the second half of the law of circulation. Receiving. Some of us are or have been poor receivers, right? Yeah.
We've been what?
Huh? Poor receivers.
Oh.
I would like you to think of receiving in a new way. It is a joy to give. You all know that because you are all very giving people. But you also share the joy of giving when you receive the gift. You must receive if you want to participate in the law of circulation. You cannot just be a giver. So here's the guidelines for receiving. We must not rob the giver in their joy of giving. So instead of saying, no, you didn't have to do that, blah, 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 you just say, oh, thank you. Must be authentic, though. If you really don't like it, I don't know. I'm not the person to ask about that. Number 2, we must prepare ourselves to receive by being receptive and appreciative. Number 3, we must be grateful for little things to prepare for big things. If God's, the energy out there is, I don't know, appreciate these little things, then the universe says she doesn't even appreciate the little things. How could she handle big things?
Yeah.
Number 4, God's bounty and blessing will come to us through God's messengers. Friends, if you are praying for an answer to a problem, there will probably be someone new that will come into your life with the exact solution. We must be, number 5, we must be open to new people who bring us new ideas. My husband just got an idea as he was driving to the gym, and it's brilliant. And later in the day, he sent me a thing that said, he read somewhere that that's probably not a great idea. And I said, you stop it right now. You got that idea from God. And if you ignore it, you know what happens. Somebody else is going to create it if you don't jump on it. Number 6, Jesus says, no one cometh unto God, but by me. So when a new person comes to you, expect good from that new person. Expect good and say, God, thank you. I am so open to this new person coming to me.
Yeah.
Number 7, true generosity is a two-way street. We must be unselfish enough to step back and let others experience the deeper joy of giving when it is their turn. When we refuse to receive, we block the flow of abundance and deny someone else their chance to bless us. Receiving with grace is just as much an act of love as giving.
Yeah.
Number 8, and the final one is, we will accept the best. The last part is accepting God in a new and profound way. Every moment of every day, being a receiver of God. Realizing that we are not alone. We don't have to do it alone. Or our human mind does not have to do it alone. God works through me when I work. God brings talent to me. God works in my body, and I am a perfect receiver of God. It's good affirmation.
Yeah. Oh,
God works through me when I work.
Jeanne.
God brings talent to me. Yes?
I was just saying, since I moved, I feel like people there have been very receptive, and it really feels wonderful because I didn't want to move there.
Right.
And I want to share one other thing. I have a friend, 3 years ago, he went to Minnesota because his family was there and he was going to die. He had all these diseases. So what I had him do is he does Wordle every day.
Yeah.
So I told him that he had to text me his Wordle every day, and I have the number and everything of his daughter. And if he doesn't text me the Wordle, I call him. And I've called him a couple of times. He's still alive.
I love that.
But
That's so cool.
it's just so, I love him so much, and he was just my bridge partner, by the way.
Oh, I love that.
So still get Wordles 3 years down the line. He was supposed to
Wow.
die. Yeah.
That's huge, Barbara. I love that. Thank you. My friends, the law of circulation is not a transaction. It is a circle of love. When we breathe in, we have to breathe out. If we only give, we exhaust ourselves. If we only receive, we stagnate. So as you walk out of these doors today, I challenge you to live in the full rhythm of this law. Have the courage to give without strings, to over-deliver with joy, and to stamp every single payment with a thought of absolute abundance. But just as importantly, have the humility and the grace to open your hands. Do not rob others of their blessing. When a new person, a new idea, or a simple act of kindness comes your way, welcome it as a messenger of God. So let's step out of this stress of scarcity and step into the ease of God's infinite flow. Be a joyful giver. Be a perfect receiver. And watch how beautifully your life circulates with prosperity. God bless you all. And now let's say our affirmation together. I release my dependence on outer conditions, outer circumstances, and outer channels of supply. My source is within. My source is infinite. My source never fails. And we'll have a song written by Barbara Horton.
Wow.
This is a song that I wrote as a lot of my songs are self-affirmative, so I invite you, if they resonate with you, to make the words your own. Oh, it is?
Yeah, but that wasn't the beginning.
That wasn't the beginning.
43.
No, not that one. Sorry. There we go.
Derek. Let's call him Derek if he makes a mistake. Just kidding.
Life was such a drag. The world around me made my life so bad. And oh, I couldn't breathe because that's how I felt. My life was just the hand that I was dealt. And oh, my own. I have learned to play the game. I've shaken my hypnosis and I've learned to choose again. In my mind I hold a different image of myself. I've learned that my life is the hand I deal myself. Traits I had were inherent in my makeup, whether good or bad. I couldn't speak, and that's just how it was. She says now I can't shut up.
but I could sing and write. And again, that's how it was. Now my life is my own. I have learned to play the game. I've shaken my hypnosis, and I've learned to choose again. In my mind I hold a different image of myself. I've learned that my life is the hand I deal myself. Image of myself. I've learned that my life is the hand I deal myself. Now I know that my life, it comes from deep within. The picture that I've painted for myself that makes me win. By the grace of God, He gives because I ask. With faith and gratitude within my heart, at last. Right, it's time for our offering. Malfunction, okay. I could talk about giving. I've done that a lot. I do like to give. It's very important for me to do that, and I give here at the church, and I give to other places, and it's just such a good feeling. You know, it just really, really makes me so good when I've given. That's what she's talking about. You give with grace, you give with love, and it just comes back to you. It does for me. I guarantee you, Kate can see it because she knows. When I give back in so many different ways. So don't be afraid to give it out, because it's going to come back to you. It may not be the next day, but it's going to come. And I know that with all of my heart. So you've got it going. Okay. How about the offering blessing? Divine love richly flowing through me, as and multiplies all that I am, and all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. We're going to do a different song for abundance today, okay? have the words for this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. God is the source of my abundance. God is the fire in my soul. God is the source of my abundance. And it's the love of God within that makes me whole. Giving His thanks. Giving His thanks for my abundance. Giving feeds the fire in my soul. Giving feeds the fire in my soul. God is the source. God is the source of my abundance. And it's the love of God within that makes me whole. It's the love of God within that makes me whole. It's the love of God within that makes me whole. All right, join me for our offering dedication. We dedicate these ties to the work of the Spirit of truth. We are one with God's opulence and willingly open ourselves to the flow of infinite abundance. With grateful hearts, we give thanks for the prosperity that is ours by divine right. Amen. Okay, announcements. I don't think there are many. Of course, we have our metaphysical group meeting every first and third Wednesday all through the summer too, right? So that's a good one. I think there's a couple more. Our summer service, is that coming along?
Coming along, we're definitely going to have it.
I know we are. I wondered, we had talked about so many things that we were going to do, so I was...
Well, we're for sure, here's the for sures, that we will have a circle of chairs. We will not have amplification for the speakers, but we may have music in the form of playing off somebody's phone into a speaker. We're going to have a topic each week to discuss, and so we'll be hoping that you will share as well, to share your wisdom with the group. We'll have some hard agreements at the beginning, so what stays in Vegas stays in, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Things like that. And Dawn is going to lead the first one because I'll be out of town, right?
Okay.
So we'll probably have some core things like an opening prayer, and I don't know. If you have ideas, I'm welcome for them on what topics to talk about.
Because I'm new, are you going to have the same time?
Yes, 10 a.m.
About this at 10 a.m.
And probably for an hour.
Okay. And
No more than an hour. In here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
All right. Well, we've talked about the Giving Award. I know a lot of you have already done that, so that's been a wonderful option for us. I don't know if our celebration for Jeanne is on there, but that's in 2 weeks. On the Sunday, is it next week? That's right. After church.
On Father's Day.
And if, on Father's Day, yes. We'll have to celebrate Father's Day when we're in church next Sunday. So I hope all of you are coming. I know if you plan to come and you haven't yet told Julia, please tell Julia, because she needs a final count on how many are going to be there.
So it's going to be in the Navajo room.
It's in the Navajo room. Yes, it is. We decided we just couldn't do it
in the grill over there. It just wouldn't be, you know, appropriate for us. And this time we will all be in there together, and we can all share how much Jeannie has meant to us. And I hope that some of you are willing to come up and tell us, because I certainly have so many things to tell you. I'm just so pleased that you've been our minister all these years. So,
Maria.
yes.
Now I forgot what.
I've been there on that one.
I just wanted to ask, oh God, I'm sorry. I know one of the things I wanted to ask was about Jeannie, but last week Julia announced that we could pay her $20 a person.
Yes.
Towards the cost of the luncheon.
Yes.
When do we give the checks and?
Right there to Kathy. I was getting ready to
Yeah.
tell everybody to give it to Kathy.
Okay, I didn't bring it this week, but I'll bring it next week.
Bring it next
Bring it to Kathy. The money is already paid, but Kathy is collecting the money to reimburse the church fund.
Okay. Also, in the summer, is it possible we could still have once a month going to the breakfast?
Yeah, friendship breakfast, yeah.
I like that breakfast over there.
I'm sure everybody really probably more enjoys it more in the summer than any other time, because it's so hard to get out and about with the weather like it is.
Oh my God!
Everything's popped there.
Look what you did.
Oh my God! I didn't do it.
That's probably lightning? No, it's probably all.
It's the whole thing.
Raw.
Okay, there you go.
Oh my God!
Smoke and look what happened. More light.
Wow.
I knew I
Well,
did
it
do
looks
it.
like we're not going to have no. All right, let's see. Yeah, I know. I want to just thank everybody that came today. We thank the JaJas, of course. We thank Justine for her beautiful meditation. Helen for her prayer.
And Cindy.
Extemporaneous prayer that because you, okay. And Cindy for the daily word. And Julia for the flowers.
And Barbara
And
Kelly
Sean,
for flowers.
Thank you so much for doing, I guess, our thing today. So we're going to be doing, what?
They have something to share.
Oh, okay.
I'll be too jealous, don't say it.
It's good to be back. Many of you know that Elise and I just were on a trip to Peru, Machu Picchu, the Amazon rainforest, with Daniel Nahmad and Cerise Patron. And it was the most incredibly spiritual trip and experience of my life. And it's interesting when we come back, and we started the service this morning, it was just kind of like bingo. The first song we sang by Daniel Nahmad.
Oh, right.
The second song, imagine, when we were in the Amazon rainforest, we visited the Yagua village of native Amazonians. And traditionally when people visit, they sing songs for the visitors. Daniel and Cerise wanted to sing to them. And one of the songs that we sang was Imagine.
Wow.
Wow. We also had a service with a Peruvian, well, they called him shaman, but I think he was, but good enough term for now, did an offering to Pachamama.
Oh, wow.
So that's not a term that I've heard here before. And one of the things that was so impressive was I was looking at the lyrics on Swing Wide the Doors, that was absolutely an expression of the experience that we had with, I believe it was 26 people, mostly Unity people. It was such a loving, giving, spiritual experience. And Cerise, when we were still in Houston before we flew to Peru, we were sitting together at a table and she says, when you come back, you're going to be changed. And I know I am. And I'm just grateful for this experience and how it came together, and grateful to be back with you guys. We missed you.
I second that. The first song, the second song, and then the word Pachamama, which means Mother Earth. I had never heard that word, and now I have a Pachamama bracelet on that I'll wear every day. So John and I were back there looking at each other like, wow, okay, we're still feeling it. And it was just the most beautiful time. You can only imagine what Cerise put together for us and how she took care of us. And, you know, I suppose anybody could go to Peru, but to go to Peru on a trip that is put together by Cerise, who thinks of everything. We didn't have to do anything but show up. And then the frosting on the cake, Daniel Namod, we sang every day. Every night he sang lullabies to us before bed if we wanted. I mean, Daniel Namod, every week we sing his songs, and to hang out with him as well as Cerise for 2.5 weeks is a very surreal experience. So
and Elise got to do a duet.
I did. We were messing around Saturday, I think, after lunch, and we were just walking around, and Daniel and his son and a couple of other people, we went walking around the town to get a couple of things, and we stopped by a music store. Of course, he spotted that right away. Oh, there's a music store. So we went into the music store and just started kind of playing with the instruments that were out there, and he grabbed a little, it looks like a ukulele, but it's not, but it's small like that. And I said, let's sing a song. And he said, okay, what do you want to sing? And I said, You Are My Sunshine. And he said, what key? And I said, I don't know, how about, something like that. So he turned, they had music going on in the store, and he actually just turned the music down so that we wouldn't have any distractions. And he played on this little ukulele thing, You Are My Sunshine. And he and I sang together. I sang harmony, and he sang the song. And I'm going to be pinching myself that I sang a song in Peru with Daniel Namod. And Don filmed it, so forever it'll be on film. So anyway, we did miss you guys, but let me tell you, it was 2.5 weeks of spirituality on steroids. It was beautiful. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I think we're going to end with a peace song today, correctly?
Yes.
So if everyone's ready to stand up.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, and we all are we.
Protection.
The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I
presence. Wherever we are, God is, because you are, and I am the I am. And so it is. Amen. Hey everyone, this is our last time seeing Sean before next time we gather in the fall. Sean is our cowboy for the day. Thank you. Really appreciate you so much. Thank you. And Derek hurt his clavicle. He broke it. So pray for him for quick healing. And hopefully we'll see him in the fall, but I'm not sure. They're both doing really well with getting new jobs, and so we're happy for you guys. But I just can't express my gratitude for how incredible you guys are. Really. Thank you. Everyone have a beautiful week. God bless.
Together as one, with open arms wide, through trials and triumphs, we walk side by side in this sacred place. Our spirit